on to who do I have for my podcast hosting? I'm gonna go ahead and do my podcast hosting. Oh, it's on Anchor. I forget, my brain is all on the fritz. So I'm going to do a new episode. So I'm going to go ahead and create a episode on Anchor, which is free, and I'm just going to record it. And then later on, I'll be able to edit. And at the same time, I'm on YouTube, and we're going to go live on Instagram. Oops. And oopsie. Let's see. Oops. Go live. Let's see. I think that works. And details. I forget what the live motherhood and achieving your dreams. Motherhood and achieving your dreams. Add details. And then, oops, cancel. Oops. Okay. I don't know how to do this. Sure. And going live. Hola, mami. It is 7:30. Thank you so much for joining live. I'm going to go ahead and connect our guest for today. And let me see if I can get... Hi, Monica. Having a little bit of technical difficulty over here. So let's see if I can go ahead and connect Naza for our live interview today. And I had some questions that were asked. And I just wanted to make sure we had them. But anyway, let's go ahead and add. Today we have a special guest, Naza. She is a founder of the Mommy Blogger Tribe. And she's going to talk to us today about not giving up on your dreams after you become a mother. So let me see if I can add her. Hello. Thank you for joining. Oh, I see her. I'm inviting her. And hopefully we can connect. Let's see. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight. Hopefully, I put my kid to sleep. One of them, at least. The other one is getting ready also for bedtime. It's a little later tonight than usual, but thank you for joining. And hopefully Naza can connect shortly. Let's see. So I'm a little lost here. Here we go. I don't think she's connected yet. Let me go ahead and ping her. Naza. Invite. She's invited. So today we're going to talk about pursuing your dreams after motherhood, and our special guest. Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you. Hello. How are you? Our special guest is Naza and Holyman, and she is the founder of the Mommy Blogger Tribe, which I'm a part of. It says that she is unable to join. I'm not really sure why, but let me go ahead and ping her. Let's see. Hi, everyone. Hi. So we're going to talk about, motherhood. It's such a difficult thing to go through, especially if you go through postpartum depression. And even if you don't, it's just such a big adjustment as a first-time mom. And then you kind of forget about yourself and achieving your dreams. And maybe you put them on pause or on hold, and then you don't really know where to begin, or if you even have the permission. Like sometimes you feel you need permission to go ahead and achieve whatever goals or dreams you had set for yourself. Or maybe new ones came about after motherhood because the ones you had maybe don't no longer align with you now that you're a mother. And I thought Naza would be a great guest for this topic because once she became a mom, she had like these new dreams, and she built community. And I really was excited to have her come on live and talk to us a little bit about her journey, because it's pretty amazing. She managed to create a huge community behind mommy blogging. She became a mommy blogger and she shared about her experience as a first time mom. And then also she built community. She has this huge group of mommy bloggers. First it was in Los Angeles, which is where she lives, and then it's been expanding. For example, I am the managing and founding member of the Long Beach tribe, which is kind of like part of her whole umbrella of her mommy bloggers tribes, and she has more in the Inland Empire in San Diego. She has in Miami now, and I think it's North Carolina. So there's like so many. It's expanding. There's like a virtual tribe. We have workshops. It's pretty amazing. It's an amazing group of mommies who inspire each other, help each other, and who support each other. And I love seeing that. And she built this, and it's growing and it's getting better. We have workshops, and she's really like really great at keeping it all together, very graciously, and she's very good at time management, people management, because I mean, after all, we're all a group of moms and we have, our own schedules. Everybody, some moms work, some are stay-at-home moms, some are full-time influencers, and she is able to somehow connect and relate to every single one of us in a way that makes you want to be a part of this group. And I am so honored to be a part of her group. I am wondering if she's able to join us soon, because I would love for her to talk firsthand about her experiences with us and answer a couple of questions. We did have some comments on that. There we go. It worked. Hi. Oh, yay. I was just chatting away about you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope she goes on so she can.
I was listening the whole time.
Oh, okay.
But I can't join.
Oh, that's odd. I'm so happy you're on. Yay. Well, everyone, this is Naza. Yay. Thanks, Monica. So I was just talking a little bit about your tribes and like how you just managed to build community, and it's such a great group of moms, and all the cool workshops, and how you're connecting people from like all over the US, hopefully all over the world soon. So super excited. But before we go there, can you share a little bit about like the beginnings and how it started, and what was that pivotal point where like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the founder.
Sure. And I can't say that there was like one moment where I thought, I'm going to start this tribe. This is it. It kind of, it was a lot of trial and error. I was, I had two kids, a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old, and was working full time, and I thought something needs to change. I can't do this. So I took my job and started working from home, and had my clients, my marketing clients, and at the same time I decided I'm going to start a blog. And so I started that, and about, I don't know, maybe a year into it, I felt like I was drowning, because the blogger world, the mom world, you need your community, and people always say you need a village around you. I didn't have that. So most of my friends didn't have kids yet. The ones that did were great, but then they weren't blogging or doing the influencer thing. And there was no one person I could go to and say, hey, how did you get this many followers on? And at the same time, like, my kid is killing me, help. Yes. So I just needed that community around me. I started looking into like blogger communities, I guess, and nothing quite fit my lifestyle, where I was in life. And I thought, well, why not just start my own? So it just kind of ebbed and flowed until I had that realization and thought, I'm just going to do this.
So the inspiration came from the lack of community, right? Like of being able or feeling like you belong in some of the established communities. And it's great because you built that community. There was a void. And I mean, clearly there was a need for it. And you're just so great that it's expanding. Like, can you reiterate like what locations you have right now for the Mommy Blogger Tribe?
Sure. So we have 6 in SoCal. So we have Los Angeles, which is our flagship. So LA, Orange County, San Diego, Long Beach, Inland Empire. What am I missing? I think that's it.
Long Beach.
Long Beach, that's you. And then we also have Miami. We have Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina, yes.
South Carolina, and our newest one is New Orleans.
So excited. And you have a virtual group as well.
We do have a virtual tribe. So if you're out of the country, we do have our virtual tribe. Or, if you're in the country and just don't have a tribe at your location, you can still benefit from, all the collaborations we do, the campaigns, the workshops, and the camaraderie. It's online, but it's still there. So the only thing you would be missing with the virtual one is the actual in-person events.
And actually, the online events are pretty awesome too, because they're like on Zoom and you can actually ask questions, and they're a great learning opportunity, but also a great way to kind of like connect. I thought that was awesome. So can you share with us what are some challenges that you had to overcome, like at that point when you became a mom and now you have the Mommy Blogger Tribe and it's growing? Like, what are the key challenges?
Key challenges, I guess in the beginning it was getting people to actually come to the events that we were having. It was such a new concept, and everyone's a mom, so there was a big learning curve when our kids distract us, our sitters fall through, last minute we have to pick up our kids from school because they have tummy aches. So it was a challenge. Our very first event, it was me and another blogger, and there was supposed to be about 15.
Oh, wow.
Our second event was it was me and 2 other bloggers. There should have been about 50. So we showed up, the restaurant had this big table set up for us with all this food, and the 3 of us sat at the end. But I have to say that was the most rewarding, and I guess that brunch it's something that showed me that I should keep going with this, because the 3 of us sat down and just talked for hours, and we talked about our blogs, and we talked about our kids. It opened up the space for me, at least, and actually for all 3 of us. It opened up the space where we realized how little we know without each other, and how just sitting down, candidly talking about growth and helping each other, giving each other what little information we knew at the time, how much it helped all of us grow right away. Right after that, we all went home and we applied what the other one said to our own blogs and our own Instagrams, and growth happened, and it was beautiful. And I thought, this is exactly why I wanted to do this. That's exactly it, so that I'm not alone, so that I'm not feeling like I'm drowning. And there's really, at the time, there was no information out there, and if there was, I didn't know what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everybody in the space kind of felt the same.
Agreed. Yeah,
it was just nice to have no walls and to share with each other and help each other grow. And that was my pivotal moment to say, we're going to keep going.
That's great. I'm so glad you didn't give up, because so many times we give up so easily. Like, we're at that point where like it's such disappointment after disappointment as far as expectations go, right? Like, you have this level of expectations. 15 members were supposed to show up, or 15 people, and then it's just 2 of you, right? And it could have been so easy and valid, busy mom. I'm just going to give up. This is not working, right? But you didn't. And you saw it as a positive, actually, which many of us probably may not have seen it that way. So I really like that about you.
Thank you. I think maybe I wouldn't have seen it that way had it not taken that turn on its own. I mean, just the conversation, like I would pay thousands of dollars for a conversation like that. You know what I mean? Like the information that we shared with each other was so good that I thought, well, okay, this didn't turn out the way I planned. I'm sorry to the restaurant that all these 15 bloggers didn't show up, but but we'll get there. And, in the next couple of, it took a few events, but I remember the event that finally it was, what was the restaurant name? Joe's Cafe.
Yeah.
The 15 bloggers showed up, and
Yay.
it was glorious. It was so much fun because I was laughing about this because we had a brunch this weekend, and I stood up on the table and took pictures of our food, and we all kind of talked about it. And it took me back to that Joe's Cafe brunch where everybody was standing on tables and we all felt so empowered. Like, no one's laughing at us. Our family's not telling us, why are you taking pictures of your food?
Yes, the phone eats first, right?
Exactly. So I love my tribe because it makes me feel accepted. And, if I need to take 10,000 pictures of my food,
It's okay.
my girls will help me.
Yeah.
Do this angle, do that angle. So.
Yes, and I love that because then that's what the members feel. They could feel that love, right? And you could feel it. But if there was one thing that you could do over, what would it be?
I think my one regret is not having the foresight to know how big it would grow. I started it as a hobby and just a need to fulfill, my own. There was something missing for me, and it was a hobby. I needed people around me who understood me, and I wish I had the foresight then to know how big it would grow and, kind of know what direction I wanted to go in then, rather than having to decide that later.
I see. That's a good one. So what are some tips you can give to somebody who's in the cusp of giving up on their dreams, and to a mom in particular, like, first time mom, I can't do this, I'm working, whatever it is, like, what are some tips you can give that person, that mom?
I think the main tip I would give is look inside yourself and see what it is that you're missing and what your need is, because we all, we have that baby and our world's turned upside down and everything is 100% about that baby. And so you start to lose yourself, and it's very isolating.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was very isolating. I felt, I'd put the new baby down at night and be ready to, let's go to dinner. Wait a minute. He's asleep. We can't leave, So me personally, I'm the kind of person that needs to be out. I need to see new things and try new places and, try new things and see new places. But for me, I realized that right away. I realized that, okay, I can deal with the sleepless nights. I can deal with giving myself completely over to my baby. What I can't deal with is being stuck at home 24/7 without seeing people. And
Yep.
the second I realized that, I had to pivot my life, the way I think. So now I thought, okay, well, I miss going out. I miss dining out.
Yeah.
I miss seeing new places. So I just have to see new places that are conducive to having a baby there. So
family friendly.
Museums, and I would, I told my husband I need a zoo membership because that's a place I can take off to, and so we did that, and it was because he went back to work right away, and I still was like, I was a baby, I'm stuck at home. You see people, I don't.
Yes.
So
you get cabin fever, a little bit like pandemic.
It was exactly like that. It was exactly like that. But I would just say, just find that, like, look at yourself right away and see what it is that you're missing the most, and figure out a way to incorporate that into your new life.
So I can see that, and like kind of like being self-aware, like having self-awareness of to know that this is what I need, or maybe seeking, professional help, possibly if you're going through postpartum depression. But what about time management? Like, how did you handle it all? I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, and you became a founder, and then you opened up a new location, and then a new one, and you have 2 kids now. And how?
Blog wise, I would literally grab my laptop and go hide in the bathroom and type up my blogs there. Any second I had, even on my phone, I would type them up in my notes. The tribe, it was a slow progression. I can't say that it was like, boom, I'm going to do this, and it took off. It didn't. It was more of a personal need, and it was something I did for me. And along the way, I realized that what I did for me was helping everyone else that was in it.
Yeah.
And little by little, I started giving it more and more time. But my kids did grow at the same time, so the less they needed, the more I could give to my tribe. And so we have new moms, we have grandmothers, we have, mothers in all seasons of life, I guess you could say. And we all bond and make time for each other. And the biggest thing is, because this is my baby, and because I kind of pivoted my life, my dreams to fit my current life, I could bring my kids with me, and what do we always say? If you can't get a sitter, even if it's a mom's only event, bring your kids. We're all moms. We understand. We'll find a spot for them. So I think that's the biggest thing that helped me grow this, is that I could have my family with me whenever I needed to and work around them.
Yeah, that's great. It's the mommy blogger tribe. And although we, like you said, we do have moms only events, it's great to know that it's you're understanding,
Absolutely.
that life happens. We're moms after all. And it's quite frustrating to be at a place and get, that the look, like, what are you doing here with your kids? Like, why did you bring them? Like, that's the worst feeling ever. You already feel bad, first of all.
Yeah.
As a mom, you already feel like crap for bringing your kids and having no option whatsoever but to having to bring them, right? Like, you're already there. You don't need, those looks, and like, you don't need that. And I love that you don't support that. Like, you're very supportive to allowing and welcoming, the kids. If there's nothing else you can do, we're moms. So it's great. I like that.
I think the beautiful thing about it is everyone's become more than just friends. Like, we all look at each other's kids like our own. I'm happy to see Stacy and Jason. I'm happy to see everyone else's kids, It's just nice to see how they're growing. And I don't know, I think there's really a lack of that in our society, of including kids in the, even in the workplace. I just feel like include the entire family. We are mothers. We are women. If we have to work, we should be able to also have kids and include them whenever we need.
Mm-hmm. And not feel that guilt and have to decide to be a mom or to be that employee, or
right.
It's such
or have to miss things that we really want to do. Why do we have to do that just because we brought life into this world? That's not fair.
I like how you put it. So in line with, keeping focus with your dreams and your realizations, like, did you have other dreams before having kids and then now they shifted now that you have kids, or how did that happen?
I think my biggest thing is I always wanted to travel for work. I haven't been able to do that as much as I wanted. However, with the tribe growing, we've started doing that. So now we're visiting other tribes, and it's getting there. It's getting there. And had the pandemic not happened, it would have probably already been there a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So right now, that's my biggest hurdle is the pandemic, not motherhood anymore. Because I think, here's what I think. I think as women and as mothers, we need to figure out ways to, for the world to fit our lives, not for our lives to fit the world. So if you are not in a position or a career that suits your life, create your own. Create things for yourself that fit you. So I will get there. I will travel more. I want my children to see the world, and guess what? They will be traveling with me.
I love it.
So, yeah.
I totally see that in your future for sure. I love that.
Thank you.
And they're already great travelers.
Yeah.
So, keeping in line with, okay, so motherhood, we wear all kinds of hats. Are there any apps that you use, services that you recommend that you can say, like, look, this is what helps me and keeps me on track, or this service, or this, I don't know, anything?
No.
Wait, you do it all on your own?
No, I don't. I have as far as work goes, I have my managing members. I have you.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do any of this without my managing members. It would just simply be too much.
But I mean, like everything, like being a mom, being a wife, being a daughter, like a friend, and being a founder, having, your to manage your tribes and your managers. Like, are there any like services? I don't know. What do you do for dinner, or how does that work? Or do you order takeouts, or do you recommend a timekeeping app, or a what is it?
I don't do apps. I'm terrible with technology. My husband just recently finally forced me to sit down and figure out my phone's calendar, and so that has actually really helped because now he's aware of all of my plans, and so he's not constantly shocked when I'm like, bye, I'm taking the kids, we're leaving.
Wait, you didn't have like one like major calendar? No. Oh my goodness.
We've never had that. We have never had that. It has never worked. It's always been me kind of, surprise, we're gonna do this today, and he's like, I get what.
I love that.
Just recently, honestly, probably at the end of last year, I started actually plugging things into my phone. Before that, it was my Aaron Condren trusty calendar.
I got it right here.
Exactly that. And he's like, I can't read that. I don't understand.
The Bible.
So, what we did use, I forget what the app was called. The app we used for managing members, Band.
Oh yeah, Band.
Well, for a while. But again, it's like we start to ignore it. It's easier just to text,
yeah.
Right? And then we did use a calendar. I think Monica's on here.
She's there. She says to tell us all your secrets.
She knows all my secrets. What was that app, Monica, that we used for the calendar before we switched to Mighty Networks?
Was it just Google Calendar? I can't remember.
It wasn't. It was she found a calendar that we used.
Okay. So what is... go ahead.
So it was helpful for us, for the managing members, because we didn't then have to contact it. She erased it, she says. It was helpful because so the tribe started growing, right? And Monica has her tribe, and Lizzie has hers, and you have yours. And we kind of still all want to go to the events, but we were starting to overlap the dates, and so we decided we need a calendar.
Oh, yes. I don't remember the calendar.
But Mighty Networks is what we use for the tribe, and now that makes it easy because all the events are in there.
Mighty Networks is great.
In one place. I guess Mighty Networks is what we use because prior to that we just did everything on Facebook and Facebook groups, and it wasn't well organized, and so we're much more organized now.
Oh, I love it. And what does like a typical day look like for you? Like, walk us through real quick.
A typical day is insanity in the morning because I have to get my kids ready. So my little one is a 5 a.m. riser, so so he comes in at 5 in the morning, and I have coffee and he has his cereal, and we watch some TV, and that's our time. And we wake up at 5, and then we rush until school drop off. So after that, I get to come home, I get to work out, I sit down, I open my laptop. So a lot is done before 9 a.m.
Oh, nice.
So a lot. But sometimes I keep opening my email, like, why hasn't this person written me back yet? I'm like, oh, it's 7:45. Okay. They're not even at work yet. So, a lot. Then my managing members and I start texting back and forth and about events and what should we do about this. And we have a lot of meetings. We'll do FaceTime sometimes, but a lot goes on in text and even on Instagram. At that point, I'll do a lot of photos for my content. Lately, I've been staying home a lot because of the pandemic and just kind of worried about my kids being out there. So, because I'm staying home a lot, I'm getting a lot more emails and things like that done, reaching out to brands, replying, planning events. My husband has a business. Sometimes I'll help with that. And everything we do, we work from home. So there's a lot of that. Once in a while, he and I will have a lunch date or something. Give ourselves permission to just stay in bed one morning, and I dropped them off, came back, and we watch TV because I can't stay awake at night. I get home, I put them down, and I knock out. So we gave ourselves like an evening, but in the morning. So we watch whatever shows, whatever guilty pleasures we have.
What's your guilty pleasure show? What is it right now?
90 Day Fiance. Always.
Oh, I think I've seen one of those episodes. It's good.
So ridiculous. It's so good.
I like those guilty pleasure shows where your brain can be turned off.
Completely. And then I just laugh. It just makes me happy. But I try to get most of my work done before I have to get the kids from school. And then once they're back, it's straight to homework, it's piano practice, it's lunch, dinner, it's, all of their needs until bedtime. And by then I'm done. So,
yeah, it's time to clock out.
Absolutely.
So do you have any goals for this year? Anything that you want to share with us? Anything exciting in the works?
Goals for this year, I would really like to get more paid campaigns for our tribe members.
Yay.
We really started to get some towards the end of last year, and I think my big goal is to speak to brands about smaller, like micro influencers. We kind of touched on this a little bit when we were at brunch, and we were talking about brands look for these high numbers. And I think sometimes they don't realize that it's the micro influencers who have a much more captive audience, because it's so much easier for them to connect with each person, each follower. They can
private messages actually are off the charts.
Absolutely. And so there's more of a personal connection, and so people listen and people feel comfortable reaching out and saying, hey, I saw that ad. Did you actually like that? What did you really think of that event? What did you really think of that product? And I think my biggest goal is to kind of open brands' eyes to that, to that there's a gold mine in micro influencers that they're just missing out on. So I would love to land more paid campaigns for our tribe members. I am also really wanting to do more, again, with travel for our tribe. So we're doing things like the Howard Johnson. We did that last year, and that was a whole lot of fun.
That was great.
What I'd like to see happen is to have our out-of-state tribes come to things like that, or open up travel opportunities for California to go to the other tribes. So my biggest goal, and this is maybe my 5-year plan, is to start doing like a summit once a year for all of our tribes.
Yes.
And getting everyone together, because honestly, everyone really gets along, right? People get along, and they become friends. People from LA and South Carolina talk constantly, daily, right? I would love for them to meet in person at least once a year and make that happen for everyone. So that's my 5-year goal.
That would be amazing, and hopefully this pandemic can get over with. Okay, real quick to end our really awesome chat. There's so much more we can talk about, but just to keep it fun, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Anything.
I want a nanny.
A full-time nanny. Okay, that's one.
Live in, nanny, and house take care of a butler.
A butler. Okay, full-time cleaning lady. What else?
Full-time cleaning lady / butler. For my family to always be healthy.
Oh, that's great.
And live forever.
But stay looking this fabulous forever.
Oh my God, yeah, you know what? Thank you. That's my third wish. Can I just freeze? Freeze?
I'm right there with you. That's why I'm using a filter.
I didn't get a chance to do one.
You look great. You look great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Naza. Really appreciate you and everything that you do for the tribes and for everyone. We love you. Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Till next time. Bye, TikTok. I think. And bye on YouTube. And